Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kenny the Star Maker Bolin, minus any help tonight. Um, you never know when Coltrane's going to show up, so that explains him. And for those, well, I guess I'll just wait and explain all this. We'll let a few of you get in here. As you get in, say hi, whether you're a member or not. Say hi. But if you want to ask any questions or any things of that nature, you do have to be a member. Because if you keep making comments and you haven't donated and you're not a member, then we're just going to ignore you. This is one of those rare nights that we have it as we're letting the subscribers in because we're going to be back to members only this coming Tuesday and Thursday. We got Mr. Cena Sr. coming up very soon. So we're going to be doing that. Lots of teal in the room, as you can see. We've added the teal seating. All the seats are, you can't see it now. I uploaded some pictures to my account. I just haven't uploaded them here yet. But as if I get any help in here tonight, I'll see if I can upload those a little bit later and show you. We've done the bedroom in wall-to-wall teal carpeting. The living room is pretty much wall-to-wall now. I wasn't going to go through the trouble to trim out the edges where black carpet is. I said, fuck it. There's enough teal in here. The seating has all been done in teal because the doggies like it. And I ordered teal curtains, so I don't know if I'm going to go with white and teal or black and teal, but I have to wait for somebody to come over that's good enough to get up on that stepladder and do that, because it won't be me. But it'll either be black and teal or white and teal. If y'all have any suggestions or preferences, let me know. We may let a fan vote decide what color my curtains are going to be. Well, it's always a good evening when people that watch this show have a membership, a badge membership. If you have an iPhone and haven't figured out how to do it, we can post the instructions on here on how to do it. It's very easy. And if you have an Android, a computer, or a laptop, it's very easy. You just click join and pick the membership you'd like to have. So good evening as well. So if you subscribe tonight, you have to be a subscriber for 8 weeks before you can comment in here. Because if you haven't done it, but then you're not going to anyway. So takes care of that. Like I said, Coltrane, his train has been run off the track for quite some time. He just shows up whenever the fuck he wants to. And as you all tuning in to the Beverly Hillbillies here, as you all saw, Bob and I had a bit of a scuffle, as Jerry Jarrett would have called it. I didn't know there was a scuffle. I thought the issue was between me and Michigan Mike, who, in my opinion, was saying things like, why the hell would you say such a thing? Well, there we go. Pasta Tart's now been a member for 1 month. We appreciate that. See, that's how you do it. That's how you get to comment in here. And it shows me that you're supporting the show, is that he bothered to get a membership. Now, I don't know which membership he and she have. I think they're a tag team duo that watch the show. But that's how you support the show, and that's how you get to participate with the show. The people in downtown, Mitch and Murray, they say, well, if you ain't got a membership, you don't get to participate. So that's how that goes. And so we got a few things. Of course, we saw that Iran, some are saying launched an attack on Israel. Others are saying retaliated against Israel because Israel, what was it? Israel apparently did some attacks on Iran that killed 7 people. That one of them was one of their top generals or something. And they said, hey, shit's coming back at you. And shit apparently came back early today. So you do something like that, you have to feel retaliation's coming. And it came. And now they're saying, okay, we got our shit in. We're done. Who knows? Just keep pumping that religion and keep killing each other. That's all I can tell you. And let's see here. So I have not heard from Bob since the shit happened Thursday night. I didn't know that he was getting pissed during the course of the show. I was told later that he was making faces and kicking himself out of the room and shaking his head and everything. I did not know any of this because I was staring at the camera like I am now. I thought the conversation was between me and Michigan Mike. Michigan Mike was saying things like, why would you be a Republican when Republicans hate you and everything you stand for? So that was kind of the conversation. And he was talking about it wasn't that he didn't like Biden. He didn't like Biden economics, didn't like the agenda. And I was, well, what has the agenda done that has hurt you? And he couldn't name anything. And we have a donation. I'm going to put my readers on here in a little bit. Well, look here. Look who showed up.
Yeah, I said a few minutes in. 5. Few.
Well, we normally go at 9:35.
Yeah.
It's 9. I delayed the show. I put up a rain delay for you.
You did.
It's now 9:52. So you're not 5 minutes late.
Yeah. I tell you, with a lot of this protein and 120 milligrams of testosterone coursing through me, some things happen sometimes.
Well, yeah. I don't. Well, you saw the size of the chili dog I had tonight.
Yes, I'll be
fine. I'll be fine for the rest. I told everybody it was normally 4 meals for me. Well, I just realized I hadn't eaten all day.
I forget not eaten all day.
And between just doing a bunch of other shit and my other stuff. Hi, Choco, you want to come over and say hi?
Does your medication do that at all? Like suppress your appetite?
None of my medication. I mean, I'm only on like 4 medications now, and none of those have anything to do with that. I'm on the Predigen, which is, I don't call it memory medicine. I think it makes you sharper. I don't think it helps you remember jack shit. I prove that on the show all the time. What else? Predigen, a blood thinner, something else that is to help you digest food better. That I started taking about 3 weeks ago. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Didn't think I was having any problems before. Looks like we have. I might have to have you help me read some of these until eventually I'll throw readers on. And plus, shit. With that being Teal, I can't read shit. What's that say?
Okay. I think it's Satish Maharaj, Mr. Bolin. What's that?
Bad to have that happen.
Mr. Bolin, been a fan of your early days in OVW. You are a legend. Thank you for being with us tonight.
I'm with you 3 nights. I'm with you 3 nights a week. But I guess thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Where you been? I've been doing 3 nights a week for years. And when I first started these, I was once a month. Then I went to once every 2 weeks. Then I went to every week. Then multiple shows a week. Cornette used to like, I can't believe you're doing those Mark-ass podcasts. And then about 2 years later, Jimmy couldn't take it no more, and he had a podcast. And then I can't believe you sell those fucking headphones. Oh, my God, what a mark. Selling headphones of yourself. And then Jimmy started selling headphones. And I keep telling you,
anybody on Mark is just hilarious.
I know. Yeah, him. His middle name. I used to tell everybody, I said his middle name's Mark. And they a lot of people thought his real middle initial was E. Mm-hmm. And no. So his middle name is Mark. James Mark Cornette. You can Google it. He was born to Mark. Born to Mark. And but no, I keep telling everybody that there's not anything original that he does. He wouldn't do podcasting if it weren't for me. He wouldn't be selling headphones if it weren't for me. Wouldn't be selling merchandise if it weren't for me, because I started doing all that shit first. And everybody, I'm a Jim Cornette guy shirt. Paul Heyman did those first. Oh, yeah. I did them second. Jimmy did them third. When me and Heyman started doing, I guess Jimmy figured he had to get in on it. Yeah. And I didn't push the I'm a Bolin guy as much because it was Paul Heyman's thing. I was making fun of Paul. I was having fun with him. Mm-hmm. And then Cornette does it and turns to act like he's the only one who's ever done it. So I don't know.
Takes himself pretty seriously.
He's hard to figure sometimes. Yeah. We have a second question.
That same Satish, I believe. Did you enjoy WrestleMania Event Night 2?
The main event I did eventually. Yeah. There wasn't much else of WrestleMania I gave 2 shits about. I mean, there wasn't. God, I've seen Monday Night Raws that have been much better.
There was a light.
And the AEW shit, whenever anybody wants to get into that, oh my God, that was bad. That was bad.
Did you see that news where they're scrambling to erase all the footage now, even though they spent 45 fucking minutes showing it? Yeah, I saw that on TMZ.
Supposedly, the Young Bucks didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
because I thought it was classless of the Young Bucks to do it. It made Punk look like a pussy. I explained on the show the other night, if me and JBL were going to get into a verbal thing backstage, and I didn't want people to think I was a pussy and I was scared of JBL, then what I would do is push JBL. Oh, Bolin ain't scared of JBL, and then hope to God everybody gets in the middle of it and make sure a fight doesn't happen.
I'll tell you, I saw another angle. And
Yeah.
from that other angle, after he shoved him, he snatched him to the ground by his neck and was choking the shit out of him.
I wonder why they didn't show that.
His elbow, yeah, it was a different angle. I'll send it to you if I can find it again. But you saw that he grabbed him by the neck.
Well, I heard he did. I heard he had done that, but I didn't see it. And plus, we heard that Punk's manager bit somebody. Okay, we had some disagreements in the back from time to time at OVW, and none of them ever led to any fisticuffs. None of them led to anybody pushing anybody. And certainly, if any of my boys had gotten in a fight, I'm not going to jump in there and bite somebody. So I thought that was a bit of a pussy act. Oh, really? Yeah. You bite somebody?
Was that Ace Teal guy?
Yeah, that was it. And I know Ace. Ace. I don't know why the fuck he thought.
I know of him. I never met him.
Yeah, he's been in the car with me. Been in the car with me, so I don't know. I don't know what motivated him to do that.
I will say Punk's elbows were out, and he was applying pressure. He'd have killed him within a few minutes. So, but
they sure didn't show that part.
What's that?
Yeah, they sure didn't show that part.
Nope. But I'll show that. I'll find that other angle for you, though.
You might have to help me. Let's see. You're not going to tell anyone to do something and not expect to catch hands.
It might have been TMZ now that I'm thinking about it. Let me check.
I don't know. But if Punk was winning that fight, it's the first real fight we've heard about him winning, because in all the real fights, he'd pretty much.
It took years.
Had not had much. I don't know what made him think he could be an MMA fighter. And Jimmy and I had a debate on one of his shows. And I love how they hate me over there so bad, but they still run all my shows because all my shows were the top rated shows he had. So they don't mind making money off from me over there. And they've made a shitload of I might add. None of it I ever saw. I got taken out to dinner every month and a howdy thank you and hired to do Jimmy's DVD mass production. That was my fucking pay. And yeah, we don't like it so much. We hate him. We hope he dies. Oh, by the way, we'll run his shows every fucking week.
Oh, yeah, at least a half hour worth. Comment on every single thing you say as you say it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm talking about Cornette's show.
Oh,
still running the show.
Yeah, that one too.
I'm talking about that.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
But no, Punk. When we heard he was going to fight Tommy the Green Ranger, well, Tommy was an actual trained martial artist. Tommy was known as being a legit badass, somebody you didn't want to fuck with.
Right.
And when I heard Punk was going to fight him, I was praying to God, because number one, Punk and I had our good days. Punk and I had our bad days. And I have a tendency to remember the bad days more than I remember the good ones when I deal with people.
I'm a lot like that too.
Because bad days have a tendency to come back. And you can be a fake ass bitch and act nice to me, but that when you're being a shithead, that's probably going to come back. And my upstairs neighbor's never been a shithead to me, so I always treat him good. I got a neighbor in the back who's been both. I remember the bad shit because I'm just waiting for that to come back one day. And next door neighbor over here, nice to me most of the time, but he's had a couple days he was a dick. I have a tendency to remember the dick days.
Oh, yeah.
Is this going to be a dick day? Because I'm ready.
Parking spot guy?
Harry is such a douchebag. Well, do you know him personally? Because if you don't, that's a hard thing for you to say. I know Punk personally. I know Mark Henry personally. I know Big Show personally. I know many of those guys personally. I know Bob Holly personally. I've met Donald Trump 3 times. I am qualified to tell you what I know about people personally, not the persona they want you to see on TV or what you hear from others. I have a tendency to judge people on what I saw firsthand when I dealt with people. And I've never met Perry. I've never dealt with Perry. So I could not tell you if he's a douchebag or not. I hear some people say he's as good a guy as you'd ever want to meet. So I don't know what you base that upon. But unless you've met him personally and worked with him in a series of shows, it's a hard thing for you to say. Because technically you don't know. You know what they want you to know. It's like Cornette's marks. Well, Jimmy would never do such a thing. Jimmy's not a racist. Well, how many fucking things does he have to say? Or a Donald Trump has to say? Or a Ron DeSantis have to say? Or most any Republican you happen to name, Marjorie Taylor Greene and countless others, what do they have to say to convince you, yep, that's pretty much a racist. That's pretty much a homophobe. That's
I
pretty
remember
much.
I read Eddie's book, and Eddie said that. Go ahead. No, I was saying Eddie said that anything that is planned out, they want to believe, but the shit that's real, they think is fake. You know, he said it's just like when he was with China. There were so many people that were approaching what the hell's his wife's name? God, I forgot her. Vicky.
I thought we blocked All Stars for not having a membership and saying stupid shit.
I thought we reinstated him for some reason.
I don't know why I would have. He doesn't have a membership, and we ignore people that. But I'll ignore. I still think that's Chris Schmidt, to be honest with you.
You're on probation.
Yeah. But no, he doesn't look anything like his father. I worked with his father till damn near his dying days. He doesn't look anything like his father.
I bet there's
Rocky Johnson had a big bushy mustache. Rocky Johnson had a full afro till the day he damn near died.
He sure did.
The Rock does not have a big bushy mustache. He doesn't have a full afro. I mean, it's his father. Yeah, there's some similarities there, but no, as he gets older, he doesn't look more like his father.
I want to know what the other kids look like.
So now, if you want to ask any more questions, break down, spend $3 fucking and get a membership, or shut the fuck up. So, so Sadish, I'm waiting on your comment. What do you base Perry being a douchebag on? Have you worked with him? Has he been a douchebag personally to you, like Punk was to me? But Punk was also nice to me. Punk bought me dinner after he got called up to WWE. Him and Cody Rhodes.
Weird is Punk seems like somebody I would get along.
There you go, doing that shit Bob does. Hang on.
I'm gonna kick out that.
I told y'all Bob was pissed, and here we are Saturday night.
I actually talked to him. He said he's not bad.
There ain't no Bob, so and I told a lot of you, I don't think he's coming back because you and many others pointed out that he was getting rather frustrated during all that. But I figured out, I don't know this for a fact. Bob wasn't mad at me. Bob wasn't upset with Michigan Mike. I found out what was making him Moody Bob at night. Bob Moody.
What's that?
And I'm sure Bob doesn't even know that I know this. But he wasn't mad at me. I was just being Kenny Bolin. You talk political shit with me and you directed at me, you're going to get shit back. And I would tell you or Bob or Maya or Chris or anyone else, if I'm in the middle of directing something at somebody, politely shut the fuck up and allow me to finish my thought. And then you got something you want to say, you fucking say it. Mm-hmm. I think I've made that quite clear on this show before. So Bob's used to that. Bob's been around there for quite some time. Bob knows how the fucking show works here. Like people have said, it says the Star Maker Bolin show. The questions and comments were being directed at Star Maker Bolin. I don't recall any of those comments being directed at Bob Hazelwood or you or anyone else. They were directed at me. The Nancy Pelosi shit. All this, Joe Biden, his economy's ruining me. Bullshit.
I love bullshit. That one.
We got out of 195 countries, we ranked 22 in the cheapest gas. How you doing, Timmy Lee? We were, and Biden ain't got shit to do with it. If it's high, he ain't got shit to do with it. If it's cheap, he ain't got shit to do with it. It is the world economy. Yeah, we can produce more oil. We're producing more oil now than we ever did during the Trump administration. I hear we're among the top oil producers in the world now, which shocks me. I didn't realize we had the capability to do that, but right now we have. And he's pissing Democrats off by doing that. So no, Joe Biden is not the reason gas is fucking high. It is supply and demand and a world economy. The reason groceries are high. It was covered today on many news channels. Well, yeah, you can blame Biden if you want, but what you need to do is blame greedy, corporate greed. They have found the mark price. I sold my headphones for $59.95 a pair. You know why? Because that's the price they would pay. They wouldn't pay $79.95. And I felt $29 or $39.95 was too cheap. So we settled on $49 to $59.95 a pair. That was called the mark price. That's what they'll pay. Could I have made money if I'd sold them cheaper? Yeah. But what do we do as corporate businesses? We try to make as much money as we can, regardless of what we're putting in our pockets. Fuck the consumer. What can I make? And that's how most corporate businesses and businessmen think. They have found out that people will pay $9.99 for a 12-pack of soda. No one ever dreamed that people would pay $9.99 for a 12-pack of soda, but there's a lot of fucking people doing it. How you doing, Kevin Marr? And hey, Armando. So we'll say hi to everybody. But like I said, if you want to participate, you have to have a membership. That's how you support this show. If you give a fuck about the show and you're watching it, support it. If you give a fuck about our people, make a donation. Poor little Chenny, we're trying to raise the money to buy her phone. Only one person so far has donated any money to help her and her family get a phone so they can do their schoolwork, do their research. 2 of them are in college. 3 of them are in elementary school. And they need a phone desperately. I've been telling her for months we're going to try to help her. We set aside a show to do that, and no one was really specifying where they wanted the money go. And we had so many medical needs that day and people needing fans and shit like that because it's been so miserably hot over there. We only have $20 dedicated to go to the phone. Eunice wrote me today and said she needs pillows. I said, pillows? She said, well, yeah, since we had to move out of our house and get out of where the bad man goes, I'm getting migraines sleeping on the floor. So she said, we've been trying to sleep on our shirts. If you've ever tried to sleep on a concrete floor on a shirt, that ain't so good. So to get her family a few pillows would run about $20. So if we could get Eunice some pillows, that would be great. I had a couple of other small requests come through today that are about $20 requests. Vanessa needs printing paper so she can so that she can get, I think if we spend 500 or 600 pesos on printing paper, she can make 3,500 pesos. Sounds like a good investment to me. So Vanessa could use a little help with some printing paper. It's not much, but it all adds up. And that's where we all come in handy to help with those things if you can. T-Maker, before he says it, I've done enough. And he has. T-Maker donates more than anybody. So we appreciate that. What's Jelly Bean got to say? How much? Well, you just click where it says membership and pick the one you want. There's a $2.99 membership, a $6.99 membership, and a $19.99 membership. If you want to see all the celebrity shows, they are $6.99. If you just want to be a basic jobber member, we have plenty of those. They're $2.99. That at least gets you on the show. At least it shows us you're supporting something. I was doing 12 shows a month. Now that I'm doing these AM shows, I'm doing closer to 20 shows a month. Now, the morning shows are very short, but hey, it's a show and I'm there. And, if you have any questions, I'll answer them if you're a member. And so I know we're kind of all over the place tonight dealing. He never did tell me why this guy's a douchebag.
You're trying to formulate it.
You're still here, You have a reason. I'm anxious to hear your reason. Why is he a douchebag? And if you work,
Kenny and Sir Coltrane and all the supporters to my Bobby Bob, please come back. That's Jelly Bean.
Hey, I've already asked Bobby Bob to come back. Yeah, he didn't do it. Oh, but I was going to tell you, he wasn't mad at me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he might tell you otherwise. He might say I was rude to him. I'm rude to everybody. Get used to it. Rude to you. Being rude to people, that's what the show's about. I'm rude to people that don't get fucking memberships. How do you become a member, everyone? Well, are you on an Android phone or an iPhone? And we're going to help you with that. I sent pillow money. Well, thank you, Dan Lemley. Very sweet of you. Thank you very much. Dan Lemley support. He was the first person to ever send a donation on the AM show. And he's the only person that's sending money to help get Chenny that phone. We're trying to raise $140. We've raised 20. I said, well, technically 40 because I said I'll donate 20. So technically we've raised 40. So we need to raise another $100. Oh, sorry, sir. I feel like Harry just in wrestling. Well, what's wrong with that? What the fuck's wrong with that?
I think Batista and Brock Lesnar can say the same thing.
You think I'd be booking hotels for free if I didn't get paid to do it? I'm just in it for the passion of loving booking hotels. I don't care if they pay me or not. I enjoy my job because I make a lot of friends through it. But who gives a fuck if they're in it for the money? If you're good at what you do, I mean, Lex Luger was in it for the money. I met Lex a few times.
He's straight up
going to see him again. Lex is booked on the event that I'm on May the 11th and May the 12th. I might show that a little bit later. You're on an iPhone.
Never take a bump ever again. It'd be for money. I ain't doing that shit for free.
Fuck no, you don't do it for fucking
my back ain't touching the mat again.
I was yelling at a friend of mine the other day that's in the wrestling business, or at least he likes to think he is. He drove from Louisville to Chicago, no trans, no hotel, no food money. Went up there, was in a 6-man tag, and took the pin. Been in the business for 7 years, or at least he likes to think he has.
25
took the pin. So we invited him out to dinner tonight to go to Popeyes, one of our sponsors here. We're going to go to Bear Nose next week. So would you want to go to Pop? No, man, I'm booked in Frankfurt. I said, what, to get your ass beat again for free? I said, at least you'd got $50 worth of chicken if you'd gone with me. He's got an iPhone, so let's help him out here.
He took the pen for free?
Well, of course.
Oh, I thought you were like $20 or some shit like that.
Well, I'm living the dream. I wanted to be seen on the card. Okay, here's how you do it, boss. Open YouTube in Chrome. Neither Safari or the YouTube app will work. You have to open it in Google Chrome. Go to the channel you want, which is this one, and to join the Bolin Alley, which is what this show is called, regardless of what other people may say. At the bottom of the screen, click the 3 dots. We all see the 3 dots. The 3 dots are everywhere. Click the 3 dots. Scroll down through the different options and choose Request Desktop Version. The Join button will now be visible. And that's for all of you that have an iPhone. And all the iPhoners have to ask us why iPhone makes it so fucking hard to join YouTube. I do not know, but they do. But that's how you do it. And I'm going to run through it one more time for anybody out there that's got an iPhone that would like to have a measly $3 or $6, $7 or a $20 membership. $20 gets you a phone call from me once a month if you request it. And those of you that have those memberships, I do honor it. If you get with me and set up a day and time, I do honor that. Talk to me about any shit you want privately on the phone. I don't care. The $7 membership lets you see the celebrity shows. We have a shitload of them that we've been doing for the last several years since I've been doing my own show instead of working everybody else's fucking shows and letting them make money off me. And then the jobber just basically gets you in here and lets you ask a couple of questions a show. If you abuse it, we'll make you upgrade your membership. Normally we let people get by with murder that have members. I probably need to get tighter on that. So that's how you do it. If you have an iPhone, to join this YouTube channel on an iOS device, be it an iPad, or a iPhone, open YouTube in Google Chrome. Neither Safari or YouTube app will work. Go to the channel, which is this one. At the bottom of the screen, click the 3 dots, bottom of the screen. Scroll down till you see scroll through the different options and choose request desktop version. The join button will then be visible. So there we go. So that should simplify that. And so we're anxious to see if he gets his membership now. But does he have respect for the locker room leaders or anything? You want to call Punk a locker room leader who has caused havoc and discord everywhere he's been, including OVW, WWE? You don't think Punk ain't in it for his fucking self? You don't think Punk ain't in it for the fucking money? Do you think Punk has done anything to give back to anybody in the rest? Maybe his personal friends, and even a few of those don't speak to him anymore. Him and Cornette have a common enemy now. It's the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Because Jimmy used to hate Punk. Jimmy used to talk shit on Punk fucking all the time. But now that he hates the Young Bucks and Omega, and most of us that have met Kenny Omega love him. I've never met the Young Bucks. Don't know anything about them. My son's a huge Kenny Omega fan. Didn't know about Kenny Omega until my son alerted me. But who gives a shit? Respect is earned, not given. And Punk normally doesn't do anything to earn any respect because he's a douchebag to those that don't necessarily agree with everything he does. I watched him disrespect Tony Atlas with a fucking passion. And I have a thing to where if you're older than me, I don't give a fuck if you've been in the business longer than me. Even if I think I know 10 times more than you do, like I did with Guy Coffey and various others that have been in this business. If you're older than me, that gets you a certain amount of respect. But if you're just being a dick and abusing it, then that respect goes out the door. I'll give you the option, if you're older than me, to at least have that opportunity to earn my respect. But unless you've worked in the business for 10, 15, 20 years and have worked with all these people, you really don't know who a douchebag is and who's not. Bob Holly around the board, Stone Cold Steve Austin likes him, and I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. Most of us that have worked with Bob Holly think he's a fucking dick. A lot of people who have worked with Bubba Ray Dudley, Mark Henry's working with him, apparently doesn't have any problem with him. I enjoyed what Bubba Ray did on WrestleMania. I thought he added a lot to the show. But he's been a dick to me. He's been a dick to others, and he's hurt people that are friends of mine in the business. I have an educated opinion about Bubba Ray Dudley. I'd like to get along with him. I think we could get along. But he has hurt some people, and he's not known for saying he's sorry for doing it. He did it. He took advantage of people, which I didn't like. And there's others that are just the sweetest people you'd ever want to meet, like Ken Shamrock. And I got a feeling me and Shamrock politically probably don't line up, but he's always been a very good person to me. Me and JBL. We had a bad moment there for a while, but we get along great now. I got Anthony Scaramucci coming on May the 4th. Me and Mooch are part of different parties politically, but we get along very good. So
I tend to get along with the douchebags that everybody says this guy's going to be a problem or whatever. I usually wind up getting along with the problem more so than the person that tells me they're a problem.
Well, Teddy Hart and I always got along good. Teddy Hart was always asking me advice. Teddy Hart never took any of my advice. That's why he didn't last long enough.
It just seems like he'd be a bit much to hang around. You know, like that energy is just.
We got along good. I mean, I didn't hang out with him. I mean, it weren't like we were doing dinner together, but he would seek me out at shows and, Kenny, what do I need to do to change this? Or, you know, what am I doing wrong? What would you do if you were me? And I told him and what I thought he was doing wrong and what he needed to change, but he didn't do none of it. Hell of a worker.
People like Punk and who else were we talking about? People who Bubba. You know, I think I'd get along with them. Like we could have dinner and shit.
You're welcome, man. We appreciate it. And yeah, anybody that's in here that would like to get a membership, we'd sure love to have you aboard. That's how you support the show. And like I said, if me doing 15 to 20 of these shows a month ain't worth $3 a month, I don't know if I can tell you. Like I said, and if we had 1/5 of our subscribers had a membership, just 1/5 of them, we'd never have to ask for a donation again. Speaking of donations, that's kind of why we're here. Uh-oh, this ain't looking good.
Let's say if somebody donates $10, you think you can tell that whole story?
Tell what whole story?
The Punk and Atlas story.
$20.
What did they 20?
Yeah, $20 I would.
All right. Okay, if y'all want to hear that story, $20. Somebody.
I mean, I've told it before.
Well, you know,
but all of our shows immediately go to membership now. I mean, we've got 770 shows that are members only.
Well, we cleaned out. Peach and Jinky don't know the story.
No, probably not. Probably not.
Is that somebody you know, Jinky?
Is Jinky in here?
Yeah, she's up there about
I've seen Jinky in here before.
Okay. Picture looks familiar.
Yeah, Jinky's been in here before. The only donation we have is from Kevin Marr, who has donated $20 earlier today to help Jelly Bean get a box fan to help them stay cool in this extreme heat.
Good man.
And I think that's it. And he donated $20 to help Eunice get pillows. So the only, hang on here. Yeah, Daniel Wemley donated to help get the pillows. Kevin Marr donated to help Jelly Bean. I thought Kevin Marr donated twice. So Daniel Wemley donated $20 to help Eunice get pillows. We're in the process of trying to, I'm trying to set up to where I can send money out through Gcash now. We don't have any other money coming in to help.
Oh, we have the 2 super chats.
Get her phone. What's that? Oh, and super chat. What we got? About $8-10, I guess.
Let's see. Satish did $4.99 and $1.99, and
did we have another one?
That's all I see. So about close to $6.
So we got $7 in super chats, but we don't get that till February. I'm sorry, April 21st. Minus 30%. That's why if you can donate to one of the ways you see on the screen, that's the best way to do it. We also had that $20 donation from Daniel Wemley to help Chenny get a phone, 20 from me. So we need to raise another 100 out of the 140 to help her and her family have a phone so they can do their schoolwork. And what else was it? So if any of you in here can be of any help with that, and there's we see Jinky in here from time to time. And but yeah, that's all we got tonight. It's been a tough Saturday night for donations. We've been on 34 minutes. I'm going to give the show an hour, and hopefully we at least can raise enough to help cover the phone. We got 20 for the pillows. We got 20 for the box fan. Those are dedicated donations as to where they go. And me and Lemley are covered 40 of the phone, and we need to get another 100 in total to get the phone. It's obvious. And for those of you that were tuning in wondering if Bob Hazelwood was going to show up, no, he's not. I was telling you earlier, and I haven't got around to telling the end of the story. He ain't mad at me. I found it. You know why he's mad?
Why is that?
You know why he was hot?
Why is that?
He was hot. There's another $1.99 from is this the same one trying to get the membership going?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have another question before I answer why Bob's mad?
He said, I heard about Atlas and Punk, but from Punk's mouth. Now, from Punk's mouth.
They've changed the story. Yeah, Punk has changed the story, so has Atlas, to clean it up, to make because I guess some people would think Atlas was being a bit of a dick, but he had the right to do so. But Punk and the two guys that were played brothers for a while. One of them does real good on the independent scene now.
Major Brothers? Was that it?
The Majors brothers.
Okay.
They were all being
Jack
dicks.
Ryder and
they were all being dicks that day, but it takes a $20 donation to get that. So but if we get a $20 donation, I'll retell that story for those that would like to hear it.
Well, and real quick, did he hear it from Punk's mouth on the internet, or did he speak to Phil?
I'm assuming that Punk did not speak to him personally, because Punk barely talks to anybody in the locker room unless you blow it. So, and assuming he did not blow Punk didn't tell him shit. That would be my guess.
So that's why I'm saying, like, if you're on a computer,
and like I said, Punk and I got along at times, and then if Punk was in one of his moods, he could be a little bitch to get along with. We're doing personal appearances at a bowling alley here. I wonder why they asked me to do an appearance at a bowling alley. So we're there, and me and Aaron the Idol Stevens and Mike Mondo and a few others. And Punk had just got called up, so he's off on a Wednesday when we do the TV tapings. And we went down after the TV taping to do the personal appearance at the bowling alley. Punk shows up, thinks he's being funny, and he grabs my briefcase and slings it down the bowling alley. Oops. Well, if you know anything about bowling alleys, they don't like shit being slung down their fucking lanes. No. And then he points at me and he says, "Go get your briefcase, Bolin, you mark," because I brought my briefcase to a personal appearance signing. Well, it's that was, show up in a suit with a briefcase. That's what you do. And of course, he was there in a t-shirt. I don't know if his wrists were taped that day or not. I have no idea. Don't remember. So the guy that the manager of the bowling alley got on the PA system, whatever the fuck that is, and gets on the PA system. He says, "Nope. You walk down that gutter. You get the briefcase. You're the one that threw it down there. Mr. Bolin is welcome to stay. He's an invited guest. You get your ass out of here." And he made him walk down that gutter and go get my briefcase and bring it back to me. Set it down.
That'd be funny to watch, though, because that's slick as owl shit.
Of course. And they didn't want his feet on the fucking bowling alley, of course.
So he had a waddle to go.
But no, he came there being a douchebag and he got kicked out. And Aaron the Idol Stevens was there and a few others. And the manager of the bowling alley wasn't too happy about it. So there's that part of that story. And but he was doing it just to be a dick. He thought it would get him over with the boys that he fucked with me. For those that didn't like me, because me and Cornette were friends, Kenny's office. Kenny gets favors. Well, Kenny did. Worked whenever I fucking wanted.
So that's the one thing about wrestling I did not like is the fucking pranks.
Yeah. Well, more often than not, it wasn't done to me. I mean, there were a few that tried. But more often than not, it wasn't done to me because I wouldn't put it over. On an interview in the UK, I believe.
Oh, well, then you heard the character.
You heard the character. Exactly. You heard the character. Is it not letting your membership go through? Yeah, he's working on it, I guess.
Still efforting.
Now, if anybody else makes any donations, let us know, because they haven't as of yet. My Amazon stuff got delivered. My Teal seating, my Teal pillows. You see one of them behind me there. Yeah. I got one for the chair I sat in. I put a Teal pillow in it because I like extra padding on my seat, especially if I'm going to sit here all day. Booking hotels, I got to sit here all day. Yeah. And then there's one in my recliner there. Put a Teal pillow there. Then I got these king pillows all over the place. And let's see here, but thank you for your $1.99 and your $4.99 donations. But let us know how your membership's coming along, or anybody else that wants to get one. We appreciate it. And I was listening to an old show the other day. Our guy's been making those short shows, and I was hearing one of them that was obviously the webcam microphone that was on because the sound was horrible.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going, God damn. I'm sitting
there.
Yeah, and sometimes my USB cord comes loose, and so the webcam picks up as the backup microphone. And it sounded like shit. Having problems with my iPhone. Go figure. The world's #1 selling phone, and everybody has problems with theirs. Now, my son, I think, has got the iPhone 15 Pro Max or whatever it is. Well, mine's an iPhone 10, and mine still works great. This is the 10R I've had for about 6 years. Maya got one same day I did. And got them for free because Spectrum tried to charge us way more for the phones and the plan than what we were told. So we filed a dispute. And then Chase Bank told me, they said, well, you don't even take the phones back to them. If they want them, they can come and get them. They lied about the plan. They lied about the price. So you have them ready. And this is the date they have to pick up the phones. And if they don't, they're yours. They never showed up. They told me, oh, no, we're not coming to get them. No, you signed a contract. I said, not for what you're charging us. We didn't. And so we got out of it, still kept our Spectrum plans. I still had Spectrum internet and all that shit back then. But I've canceled all that now. Everything I got's with AT&T now. And good old Apple. Yeah, man, you would think for the money they pay for those fucking phones, they would act as a car if you wanted them to. I've spent less money. I've spent less money on some cars. Not the one I got now. So we will be here about 19 more minutes unless we start unless we, yeah, that Volvo definitely didn't cost $1,000. It's like a brand new one now, but it was a few $1,000s later. A few thousand later. But now this is not a donating crowd tonight. We've had some good Saturdays. But
he's the only one out there, and I'm pronouncing your name right.
Maybe they're protesting Bob's absence or something. I don't know.
It might be.
Bob was welcome to come back. Oh, I never did tell you why he was mad, did I?
No, you're gonna get there.
Well, that's been a long drug out story that I've never get to finish.
Talking about a slow burn.
Well, I'll tell you what, if somebody donates a fucking measly goddamn $10 to help us get this kid a phone, you mean everybody watching the show right now can't donate $10 and get this kid a phone?
Evidently.
If I'm going to donate 20 and Limley's already donated 20.
The last
all of y'all in here can donate $10 and get this kid a phone, because not only is it going to help
11 minutes in.
Not only is it going to help her, not only does it help her sister who's also in college, Chinny, but it helps the 3 little siblings there that go to school too to be able to do their school research work. So we're helping 5 kids to get $140 fucking phone. I'm going to pay their internet each month, which is 500 pesos a month, $10 fucking dollars. So,
yes.
That was easy enough. Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. I mean, it sure as fucking didn't help.
Not at all.
Sure as fucking didn't help. I mean, it was stupid. It hurt everybody. It made Punk look like a pussy. And big deal if he got him down was choking him. That's also a pussy move.
Yeah, I just watched it again. He didn't get him all the way to the ground, but he definitely snatched him down.
Yeah, to try to choke somebody to death. He just
he was choking
fighting like a man. Make him tap out. Don't try to fucking kill him.
At least he didn't pull his hair.
Tap him out. I'm quarter Cherokee, and I know how to choke people out. Not because I'm Cherokee, just because I learned it.
Yeah.
Never have tried to choke somebody to death. And I've been in a few fights. I've been in a few, especially in school.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite fights I was ever in school is a guy named Jeff Way. And I remember he had girly eyes. We had 2 guys in school that had girly eyes. Timmy Lewis had girly eyes.
Like Rob Lowe.
Timmy Lewis, yeah. Well, no, even girlier than his. But Timmy Lewis had girly eyes, and Jeff Way had girly eyes. But they thought they were tough fucks. Timmy Lewis was a very small person. And his friend Gary Parrish had girly eyes. Don't ask me how I'm remembering these names from 1978 and 1979, but
I remember when I was 3, dude. So I mean,
I remember things from when I was 3, but as far as fighting, I didn't have many fights when I was 3, I don't think. So maybe a couple. And hey, bitch, it's my diaper. my goddamn diaper. I remember Jeff Way was going to fight me, and it was behind bus 54 or whatever the fucking bus was. Hey man. Ryzen, which was my name then, Jeff Wade says he's going to beat your ass, man, if you'll meet him behind bus 54. I said, well, that's real convenient. That's the bus I take home. I said, yeah, tell him I'll be there if he wants to fucking fight me. I forget what it was. I didn't even know we had a beef, but he wanted to make a reputation out of himself. He's going to whip my ass. I said, okay, that's good. That's the bus I take home. I think he also rode that same bus. I just wasn't really all that aware of who he was. So I go behind bus 54 and he ain't there. So I'm standing around. I said, well, God damn, I got to get my ride home. You know, I was 17, 18 years old and needed a ride home. I didn't have a car. So I go to the front of the bus. Jeff Wade's at the front of the bus waiting on me. I said, well, he said behind the bus, so he needs to learn directional skills. So I walked to the front of the bus. So my friend who I thought he was Sam Bass comes up. Mike Hallman runs up to me. God damn it, King. He's got a fucking chain. He's got a fucking chain. I said, well, good. I'm going to take it away from him and shove it up his ass. Some of the shit my son would say to people when they said they had a gun. Good. I'll take it away from him and shove it up his fucking ass. So when I said that, Jeff looks at me and his mouth drops open and he takes the chain and he drops it in the parking lot. He said, man, I don't want no trouble. I just wanted to see if you'd fight me. I said, well, you fucking found out, you chicken shit bitch. I said, now get on the goddamn bus and go home. I said, am I going to have any trouble with you? No, man, I just thought you might back down. I said, from you? I said, there might be people in the school I'll back down from. You ain't one of them. And then the other one with girly eyes, he wanted to fight me, but he had his buddy fight me. Little Timmy Lewis wouldn't fight. So he has Gary Paris, his girly-eyed buddy. So he's standing there talking shit. We're in gym class, and we're getting ready to go to science class. And this is like 10th grade. And Gary said, you want to fight, man? I said, well, I never throw the first punch. I said, because I've never needed to. I said, you throw the first punch and I'll throw the rest of them. So, but he doesn't throw a punch. When the bell rings, he lowers his head and he dives into me. He sticks his head right between my thighs. And I'm going, I'm a Jerry the King Lawler fan. And what's Jerry Lawler's finishing move in about 90% of his matches? The pile driver. So I picked that fucker up and I pile driving him on the wooden floor of the fucking gymnasium and fucked him up. And everyone saw him start the fight. So the gym teacher comes in there and says, what the hell? Gary started it. The bell rang and Gary dove into Kenny and Kenny pile drived him. So that'll learn you. That was it. I didn't have no more trouble out of Timmy or his girly friend buddy, Gary. And then another one was named Billy Blair, and Billy Blair was the star quarterback, who's now a very religious. He's now a very religious preacher. We get along now. But my senior year in high school, he wanted to fight. No one's donating any money, so I might as well tell fight stories. And nobody wants to help these kids get a fucking phone.
Shame on you all. Shame
on all of you that ain't got 10 or 20 bucks to help these kids get a fucking phone.
Except for Kevin Marr and Daniel Lemley.
Except for Kevin Marr and Daniel Lemley. It's been the only two and some smaller donations.
And Pasta Tart. I saw her earlier.
Pasta Tart. Well, what did Pasta Tart do?
They got said something about she can't talk yet because she's a week short.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. And so, no, we understand that they donate all the time. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking about those that never do. I'm not talking to those that normally donate.
I know who you are.
And we know who you are. So, but no, Billy Blair. And so me and Mike Hallman are walking down the hallway. We're Lawler and Bass. You know, that's what we portrayed ourselves as. I'm Jerry Lawler. He's Sam Bass. Don't fuck with us. So Billy Blair, he's the star quarterback of the football team. And another one, last name was Rogers. I can't think of his first name. But they're wearing their football jerseys in school. And all the day of the game, they'd wear their jerseys and they walk around like tough bucks. So they're walking down the hallway. We're walking down the hallway. And somebody needs to fucking move because we're in the path of each other. So me and Mike ain't moving. And Billy and Rogers are not moving. So we keep walking. And then I bump shoulder and I knock him out of the way. And he said, goddamn, man, you better realize who the fuck we are. I said, and who the fuck are you? He says, I'm the goddamn quarterback of this football team. I said, well, you won't be tonight if you do that to me again. I said, you saw me walking down the fucking hallway. I said, you can step to the right just fucking easily as I can step to the left. And we're going to fight, man. I said, oh, are we? I said, okay. I said, you going to fight the day of a fucking football game? I said, you ain't going to play if you do. And you go, I'll fight you, man. I said, where you want to fight? He says, right after school. Right after gym class. We got gym class together. I said, we do. You want to fight in gym class? I said, I think I can get the teacher to fucking set up a fucking little mat and we'll just go at it. No, man, we're going to fight after school when school's over so we won't get in trouble. I said, all right, we'll do that. So he's talking this shit in the fucking hallway. I was in 10th or 11th grade. And school's over. The gym class is over. I don't know why all these fights happen right at the end of gym class. So we go out in the lobby. So the principal's office is on one side, and the gymnasium doors is on the right side. So we're in the middle, and there's Billy Blair. He's standing out there waiting on me when I come through. So I walked out. I said, Billy, we still going to fight? Yeah, we're going to fight, man. I said, okay, where are we going to fight at? We're going to go outside and fight, or we're going to fight in here? We're going to fight right here, man. I said, okay, good. We got a good crowd. I said, there's plenty of people watching me beat your ass. You snorting coke off your wrist. What was that about? And
arm.
so now I get up in his face. I said, so we're going to fight. Well, let's fight. We'll do something, man. I said, you do. So you're the one said you wanted to fight. I said, I'll give everybody the first punch. I said, I've heard everybody say the first punch is the fight. Bullshit. First punch is the last one you'll fucking throw. Throw your fucking best shot. He won't do it. So then he pushes me. The fucking CM Punk shit. He wanted to make sure people broke it up. So he pushed me. So I dove him down, got him on the ground, and I'm knocking knots on his fucking head. The principal, Mr. Perkinson, comes, and Mr. Minahan come, and they pull me off from me. So Mr. Perkinson is a big, tough motherfucker who looks like Elvis Presley. And they called him, he had two nicknames, Elvis and God. That's he thought he was God's gift to women. He really did. But he's a big fucker, and out of all the people in Dolan County High, the one person's ass I'm not going to whip is Mr. Perkinson. He's about 260, 270. I'm about 175, 180. And so he grabs me and pulls me off from him. He says, all right, Muhammad Ali, the fight's over. Mike Howman, I'll never forget this as long as I live. That ain't Muhammad Ali. That's Jerry the King Lawler, motherfucker. So I'm looking at it, we're fucked. So they grab Billy, they drag him to the office. They grab me, and they make Mike Howman go because he said, that ain't Muhammad Ali. That's Jerry the King Lawler, motherfucker. So if he just kept his mouth shut, he'd have been fine. So they take us to the office, and they said, well, they said, you put us in a bad way here. And I said, how's that? He said, well, that's our star quarterback. I said, yeah, he wanted to fight. I said, apparently he didn't. And he says, well, you're all in big trouble. And he said, you and your foul mouth, Michael. He said, well, God damn it, man, he ain't Muhammad Ali. He says, he's known as the king around here. You don't call him Muhammad Ali. So he's still talking shit to the principal. And he said, well, here's the option. He says, you can take a 3-day suspension. He says, or you can both take licks in front of everybody out in the hallway. I said, well, I ain't taking no licks. I said,
I'll take the 3 days, sir.
I said, I'll gladly take the 3 days off. I said, I'll take it. As a matter of fact, I'll probably add 3 to it and take the whole goddamn week off. And I did. And so Billy Blair's sitting over there, and he says, well, Billy, if you take your suspension, you can't play in the game tonight. He said, if you take your licks, you can play. I don't really want to take those licks. You hit hard. And I said, yeah, he does hit hard, pussy, and so do I. I said, you've already been hit. So now I'm still talking because I know I'm out the door anyway. I said, you already got your ass whipped. Why don't you just go out there and take another one, you pussy? I said, that'd be 2 ass whippings you got today. So they're making me leave. And because I wasn't a bad promo even back then. And so they make me and Mike Howman leave. So we stood there at the doors and waited. And they drug him out in that hallway, bent him over, and they just lit his ass up. 3 of the hardest licks I ever saw anybody get, other than me in the 9th grade. And they just lit his fucking ass up. He had tears in his eyes. So I stood there at the doorway and I said, good luck in the game tonight, bitch. We went up. But now we're friends. We get along now. He's a preacher. It's
a cool name, not for nothing, too. Billy Blair.
Billy Blair.
That's an actor's name.
Right, preacher man, Billy Blair. So those are my memories of those days.
So was it always 3 strikes, or did it depend on your?
I tell all those great fucking stories, and not one person does.
Not one goddamn person.
Nobody wants to help the kid with the phone. Really, none of you. Scott.
Nobody wants to hear the Atlas story.
Scott's blaming his iPhone, and he's the only one that spoke. 24 people. It's subscribers only. They got no fucking reason. Well, if we comment, he might want us to help that kid.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what they're doing. All right, we're here 6 more. But yeah, if we comment, that's what they do too.
Mm-hmm.
If we comment, he'll want us to help. We don't want to do that. We just want to sit back and listen to the show.
It's like landlord, make eye contact with the teacher.
What do you do? So yeah, we're here 6 more minutes. Thanks to the 2 of you that did donate some real money tonight. Thanks to the is it Sadish? Is that what he goes by?
Satish, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah. Maharaj. So that's an Indian name.
Yeah, so we appreciate the $7 that he donated, or $9 or whatever it was. And like I said, we get that money on the 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, depending on how the calendar works. And but at least Eunice will get her pillows. And seeing if I got any late messages here.
Oh, I sent you that video.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out here in a little bit. So yeah, Eunice will get her pillows, and Jelly Bean will get her fan. We saw her in here a little bit earlier, and boy, this is a rough night.
Yeah, it was.
I really thought we'd raise enough money to get the kid her phone. I really did. So
is there any special events tonight?
I don't know what the fuck it would be.
Yeah,
I don't know what it would be.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Tax day specials. I don't know.
You got me. You got me. I mean, Scott owned the chat room there for the rest. I mean, no one said a fucking word. He was the only comments for goddamn a long time. Jinky's Filipino too. She ain't donating anything.
Yeah.
Dan Limley at 10:10:32 was the last comment other than Scott. Sadish or whatever.
Jinky right after
T-Maker was in here for just a little bit.
Yep.
But T-Maker's already donated.
I thought Kevin Morrow was in here for a while.
I think people could be what's he saying here?
I think Punk could not snap the way he did. You had to rewrite that, man.
I think Punk could yeah, you're gonna have to rewrite that. Okay, you're gonna have to get off whatever you're on. Sober up.
Put the bowl down for just a moment.
Bowl down.
Focus.
Focus. How do you like the king? I haven't wore the pink king shirt. Maybe I wore it once, but with all this teal in here, I do the South Beach colors.
Oh,
you know what? Maybe they'll donate if I show my bedroom and living room. Let me try and upload those pictures real quick.
All the women have come out of the woodwork.
Oh, you would hope so. You would certainly hope so. Let me get some readers on here so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, boy. But I finally wall-to-wall carpet. Let me show the girl we're trying to help get the phone, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Might help.
Sorry, I can only donate through YouTube.
Well, there's not a price limit on it. You can do 20 there if you want to. Let's introduce all the people that we help here. There's Jelly Bean, who was in here earlier. Sweet Jelly Bean. She's a Bolin girl. She also has a jacket. I have an identical jacket to that. Her and I have identical jackets. And there's her Bolin girl shirt there. She's gonna have to burn that shirt if Bob don't come back. She doesn't want to be a Bobby Bob girl if he ain't ever gonna be on the show.
Well, it might be worth more.
It might be worth more that way. Maybe she might be able to sell that on the streets. And there's her terrace that Bob and myself and a few others helped build to get that done for her to protect her house from tripe. Looks like they built a retainer wall off to the right there too. Do you see that?
Yeah, that concrete.
I guess they built that too. I think that's a little more protective area to keep people out of her yard.
Yeah, it looks like you got to climb that to get over there.
Yeah, well. Most people ain't going to go through that much trouble.
You'd hope so.
She built a bigger wall than Trump did, didn't she?
Sure did.
That is Eunice with her matching jacket like mine. I've got one just like that. That's sweet little Eunice that's getting her pillows tonight. Eunice in her Bolin girl shirt. Honey Rose, we helped her. She wanted a rug. Of all things, it was $10. And she found this big, like 8x10 area where she says she's always wanted a rug for her bedroom. I said, well, if you find one reasonably priced, let me know, and we'll help you get one. And I'll be damned, she did. So we found her one. I said, well, fuck, we'll get her a $10 rug. There's sweet Ruby May. Coltrane, can you take down Sadish's comments? Can you do that?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, there you go. That way we can show their pictures there.
There we go.
Sweet little Ruby May. That's when she was 13 and looked 13. That was when she was 14 and looked. When she was 14 and looked 17, and this was when she was 14 and looked 18 or 19. That's her. That's Ruby May.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I know. This is all over like 9 months. She's gone from that when we first met her. And were you around when we bought her the table and chair because she was sitting on a rock washing dishes?
Yeah, she was doing the dishes on the
Yeah, the first pictures we ever saw of Ruby May, she was sitting on a rock washing dishes. And I said, well, honey, do you have a chair or a table or anything that you can do that on? No, we don't have anything. They're so expensive. So for $20, 25, we got her a chair and a table. And then we said, well, use that during the day and then bring that table inside because they were eating on the floor. So we bought them 3 more chairs. And now they have their table and chairs inside. And when they need to wash dishes, they go outside and wash dishes. And, but that's what she looked like when we first met her. And then a few months later, she went to that. And then a couple of months later, she went to that.
I haven't seen that one. Damn.
Oh yeah. That's I got a picture. I got a picture of Jade Cargill sitting on a sofa. I don't know which one has the most amazing legs, Ruby or Jade Cargill. Man. I was like, goddamn. Can you imagine what you're going to look like when you're 21?
Yeah, I was about to say, when she's in her 20s, she's going to be a hot.
Oh, my God. Well, she's an amazing dancer. I tell her she has dancer legs. You can tell she works out.
Oh, yeah.
But she's an amazing dancer. She's a very good student, and she's a pretty good singer. And she does all those things. I'm very proud of her. And she says she's another one that calls me daddy because she says her real father never, ever helped her. He abandoned her when she's very little. And she says, my teachers and my students were used to ask me, who's your father? And she said, I couldn't tell them anything. She said, because I didn't really have a father. She says, now I hope you don't mind, but I tell them it's you. She says, you're the only one that helps me. That's and so Ruby and I video chatted for the first time. Her English is not real good. She understands more than she can speak. So her mother helped her through the call, and I video chatted with her and her brothers. I posted the pictures on stories to where we were video chatting, and her mother wrote me back and she said, Ruby is so happy. She feels like she's finally video chatted and met her daddy for the first time. I said, well, that's the honor was all mine. She took me out in the backyard and showed me some things to where she washes clothes. And here's where we had some confusion. She says, Daddy, I want jelly beans. I'm so hungry. I said, jelly beans? I said, do you mean you want to meet Jelly Bean? Because Jelly Bean lives reasonably close to her. Mm-hmm. I said, she's got a motorcycle. I said, I can probably make it to where Jelly Bean can come see you. No, Daddy, I want jelly beans. I'm hungry. You're hungry and you want fucking jelly beans? I said, have you ever had jelly beans before? Yes, Daddy, you got me jelly beans several months ago. I did? No, I got jelly beans several months ago. So I'm misunderstand. So she writes me once we're done with the video chat, Daddy, I feel you misunderstand me. I wanted to know if we could go to Jollibee.
Oh,
I was hearing jelly beans and she wanted to go to Jollibee. And I think for about $20, you can send the whole family, her mother, her 2 brothers, and her. And it's under $20 for them to get a hell of a meal and they even get to bring food home. Oh, nice. And so there's another one I'd love to slide another $20 to. So her and her family could go to Jollibee. And but she was telling me this yesterday, and but that's the first I've known her for 8 to 10 months, I guess. And that's the first time I've ever video chatted with the family. And I told her we was going to make sure that happened. But this is Chenny. This is the young lady we're trying to get the phone for her and her family. And that's her wearing her jacket. She's got the zip up style though. She's 20 now. She'll be 20 on Dutch Mantel's birthday, Jerry Lawler's birthday, November 29th.
20 what?
29th.
I was thinking 26, almost had it.
And she's close. And there's sweet little Tessa. Hang on. I think Bob remembered her name better than I did. I think that's Angela. That's Eunice's friend.
Something real American-y.
That is Mylene and her kid, the only Bolin kid. That is the one that we raised money for medicine for, who's been having the bad stomach cramps, and we did raise the money to get her ultrasound done, and that's Eunice's sister Lorraine, and she did real good in her schoolwork too. And little Art Gel, the prettiest 9-year-old girl on the planet Earth. If you got a prettier one, she's just a doll. She's just and as sweet as she is cute. I mean, just the sweetest little kid. You know what? I think she's the only Bolin girl with a V-neck T-shirt.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I just now noticed it. And there's Eunice standing up in her jacket. I think it looks real cute with her shorts there. And that's Cheska, who had been deathly sick. I've got other pictures of her. She's a beautiful young lady too, but she'd been very sick there. And she's been dealing with some shit, and hopefully she's getting better. She wrote me today, but I haven't had a chance to respond. That is Jeanette. That's the family we're raising the money for the basketball court for. And then out of the blue, My ex-girlfriend buys a jacket just like Jeanette's.
That's your ex-girlfriend?
And I don't even have a green one. I bought one and it was too small and I had to give it to a friend.
Now, what's her name? Jenny or something like that?
Her name is Lena. Jenny is the girlfriend that was after her.
Oh,
okay. But I'm still friends with her there. And there we are, The Walking Dead with Kenny Bolin.
There's you and everybody's yearbook photo.
Yeah, everybody's yearbook photo and me.
Look at Ricky Morton, man.
I'm the only one that gutted up and sent a current picture.
Yeah.
And now they've made another one to where they show a couple of my wrestling pictures and they're just advertising me alone, which was nice of them because I didn't know they were going to do that. Yeah. I don't think I have that one uploaded yet, though. And that's right. I was going to try to upload. Okay, this is that's the living room when I added the teal carpet. I left it with black borders and teal carpeting because I got it for free. Long story. Well, it ain't a long story. The better lighting, better angle. See, the teal carpet really shows you there what it does, right?
Yeah, opens it up a lot too.
Yeah, opens it up a lot. Yeah, and so it's wall-to-wall bedroom, pretty much the living room now. And where's the other one there? And that gives you an idea what the teal carpeting is. But since then, I've made a couple of other changes. Those curtains are either going to be teal and black or white and black. And I'm getting ready to upload. Oh, are you seeing me do anything? You're probably not. No, you're not. Hang on. I'm going to add these here. I got to find the word teal because that's what everything's under. So take over. Can they see you, Coltrane?
Nope. They just see your living room right here.
Oh, is that all
over? It's just like on Price is Right. We see here we have a nice ottoman and a.
All right. Okay. Well, here. Okay. Okay. Here is about to be. Okay. This is where we now finally have the bedroom wall to wall.
Dogs.
I did the left-hand side earlier today. So nice. the left-hand side of the bedroom is now wall to wall. Okay, we're going to leave that up as I upload the next picture. And I think I'll have you a better picture of what the living room looks like.
A new car.
A brand new car. There's a picture of my car in here somewhere. QRS, where's the T? Where's the T? Where's the T? That's Ukraine. Don't need that. I think this is a pretty good. I think this is the most current one that shows you what the living room looks like. So let me get that up. Yeah, Teal Den 2, it says. So okay, so that's the teal pillow in the recliner, teal pillow there in the computer desk. And now you can see I've made the seating area all teal.
Like the cushion
on the love seat and the sofa and the chair with the two cows in. Two cow loves that with the window open. We'll see CNN, little Israel being attacked there on the big screen.
Just a little bit.
And the King Bee poster there that Simon Williams drew. He drew both of those, but one of them is color, one of them is black and white. And but the color version is the first one I ever got, and then he made a black and white version of it.
I think the teal curtains that make it pop out pretty good.
The teal curtains are going up maybe tomorrow if I can get my son to go up on a step ladder and hang those for me. So what do you think? White and teal or black and teal?
I was just thinking about that.
One of them's coming down and the other one's going up. Teal will be the dominant color. So you see how the black one is now?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the teal one's going to do. So the teal will be the dominant color. The trailing color will either be white like you see now or it'll be black. What do y'all got? What do you guys think?
I'd say the teal and black.
You think teal and black? Because that's the Jacksonville Jaguar colors. I had a guy that's a Jaguar fan voted for teal and black today.
Well, you already got that black kind of out. The floor looks a little bit black.
Yeah. There's the border in black and the pillows,
and
the trim of the furniture is black. So that might be the way to go.
Or you go crazy and do one with
black and teal. Maybe leave the white one up there too, and then when I close the curtains, the teal and the black will be pulled back, and the white will be down, and that will show in the middle, and it'll be 3 layers of curtains.
There you go.
Really help heat out on hot days and cold out on cold days.
Hey, Kevin Moore is here, and he suggests black.
Is Kevin in the house? Yeah.
Yep.
So you might be onto something there. Maybe I'll leave the white up and just put teal as the dominant color, let it trail in black. And I'm going to hopefully get that done tomorrow, if not by Tuesday for sure. That's my goal. And do I have one more to add here? Hang on a minute. I do. So just keep talking to the people as I go find that last picture I'm going to post.
All right. There you see Israel getting
We're still trying to raise money for Chinny's phone if anybody's going to help.
Yeah, let's get those dollars in here. I mean, we still got the punk story.
Hopefully works good tonight. Yeah, I've told a lot of good stories tonight. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody gave a shit.
We've given them enough.
And that's the other side of the bedroom. You see Tucal in his pink bed, Scooby and Choco up on my bed. And so yeah, the whole bedroom's now carpeted. It wasn't that way because originally it was that dirty ass white carpet, and half of the bedroom was wood. And you can kind of see where the seam is there to what was wood.
Right.
And then I decided, you know what? This would feel a lot cleaner and a lot more comfortable if just everything was carpeted. So that's where we went with it.
Well, you hear the dogs clicking all over the damn place.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they love it a lot better. The cat loves it better.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then I think we showed the Teal seating. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
So all the seating's been done in Teal. That came in today, and then I use those pillows as extra padding for when I'm sitting on my chairs. And as well, we'll make those Teal too.
That as well.
And my son said that is a lot of Teal. It is. It certainly is. Now look how different the lighting was there. I think that's because I'm using candlelight. Oh, you see the big roll back there in the left where the carpet was rolled up on, and I got the ottoman pulled out of the way,
yep.
and the dogs are going, God damn, we can't even go to the kitchen if we want. So. And then on the other side, when I changed the lighting to candlelight, look how much different it is.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty dramatic, isn't it? Pretty dramatic. And then I've got candlelight going back there with the windows open. So that showed pretty good. And then this is the side of the room because that was all wood from about where Scooby's paw is. On back, that was all wood. And here's the thing. I laid all that carpet myself, lifted the bed by myself as I stuffed the carpet under it.
Wow.
Yeah, 64-year-old man on disability doing that shit.
I say disabled man.
Disabled man. None of y'all would come over and help me, you bitches. And that is actually a Teal pillowcase over the top of the ottoman that I pulled over the top of the ottoman to give it a bit of a Teal touch. And I had the base of it pink for a while and made the doggy bed out of pink. So, it's kind of like you have said, you can have a little white in the bedroom, just not much.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Tucal going, what has he done in my bedroom, man? And it's carpeted all over the place. I just
around like, what the fuck, man?
I can just lay any fucking where now. What the fuck? And that is Eunice's sister in the hospital. She's the one who he's raising that medication for. And then Coltrane pitching for the Rangers.
That's my rookie year.
Coming in out of the bullpen.
We're about 59 overall.
And for those of you that average over $100 in donations a month, all you have to do is ask us. And, do you know how to make those in case Bob doesn't come back?
I can figure it out.
Okay.
It looked like Conan and Pesci had a baby.
It kind of does, don't it? It kind of does. Well, if y'all wanted to see Bob on the show tonight, this is as close as you're going to get. There he is. You know what? I've gotten this whole show. We're an hour and 13 minutes. Donations have sucked. Donations have sucked other than 2 or 3 people. Nobody wants to help the kid get fucking phone, even at $10 or $20. Shame on all of you, really. Shame on all of you that watch. There's about 30 of you watching. And if we send $5 a piece at everybody that's watching, the kid could have the goddamn phone. I donated 20. Limley donated 20, and we can't get the rest of you to do $5 a piece. Jesus fucking Christ. But for those of you that want to see, but no, as I said, it took me an hour and 13 minutes to get to the finish. That's some serious ADD going on right there. Yeah, that's the long way around. Back to the bedroom. There we go. All right. He wasn't mad at me. I did some investigative researching when I was watching my baseball games. And the reason he was moody that day and the reason he got mad, because like I said, none of that shit was directed at him. There's no reason to get mad at me. No reason to get mad at Michigan Mike, which to my knowledge, he wasn't. And then he just gets frustrated. You know what had happened that day?
What's that?
Bob had a bad weekend. Bob had a rough go of it. The almighty Texas Rangers had dropped 2 out of 3 at home to the Oakland A's.
Oh.
And I said, well, that's it right there.
He was in a deep depressive state.
Mad at me. It'd be like if the Reds went up and got swept by the Chicago White Sox, and they're not even the world champions. We didn't even make playoffs last year.
So he came in and that was already
champions at home. The defending world champions at home lost 2 out of 3 to the Oakland A's. No wonder he was upset. No wonder he's moody. Yeah, I forgive him.
That weakened the foundation of any mind.
Just admit that it was the Oakland A's that had y'all worked up, not me or Michigan Mike or anybody or my rudeness. I've been rude on every show that we've been doing. I'm rude now because no one will help these kids get a goddamn phone.
I think you're on to something.
I thought we had a good group of people. Kevin Mars is black. Kevin Mars already donated by the way. Kevin's one donated to help Jelly Bean. Yeah, he's exempt because he donated to help Jelly Bean get a box fan. Dan Limley donated $20 to help get pillows, and also was the only person that's ever donated on AM Bolin to join me with a $20 donation to help these kids get phones, and we haven't raised enough money to do it. Sadish is blaming a shitty iPhone is why he ain't donating no more. I got a shitty iPhone.
So he did kick in a few buckets though. So,
well, guys, there's nothing to stop you from donating after the show. If you're sitting there and going, you know what, $10 ain't gonna break me, $20 ain't gonna break me. God damn, Kenny gave $20. Kenny gives a lot more than fucking $20. I've sent out a lot more money today y'all don't know about.
When you're staring at the menu, you don't need those calories, but you can help somebody just get like enough calories to survive.
Yeah. Put the menu down.
Right.
Put the menu down. So
Uber Eats and all that shit, the extra cost.
I know. And I have never, just so y'all know, I have never ordered Uber Eats or any of the delivery services. I've never ordered out. Now I've had a couple of fans send me food over here. That's kind of them to do. Timmy Lee's done that. Timmy sent me a couple of pizzas over here before.
Oh, nice.
But I can't bring myself to spend the money. I can't bring myself to do it because it adds up to a lot of money. You do that. Some of these people do this every day. Some of them do it twice a day.
And then they want a tip and all that shit. Yeah,
and then they want a tip on top of the delivery fees. No, fuck that.
Yeah,
you saw what I had to eat tonight. I didn't upload any pictures of it, but they're on my stories. You want to see a couple of fucking Costco chili dogs? I'll show you goddamn chili dogs.
Let's see. You're gonna be.
And I told some people I get 4 meals out of that. Well, I lied. I'm going to get 2. I was hungry tonight, and I ate a whole hot dog with my beans.
I used to do that with my beans too when I was younger.
Oh, the neighbors' dogs are going upstairs, and I don't like that. They got a big old pit bull that lives upstairs.
Oh,
his name is Junior, and he's twice the size of Choco. He's big dog. He's big dog. So it's 11:04 on a Saturday. I mean, maybe people were out doing shit tonight. I don't know, but there's 30 people watching the show, and 3 people donated. 3 people. So what do you do? All right, guys. Well, we'll be back here Tuesday night. It ain't looking good for. I think Bob's done. I really do. I think he's done.
Hopefully, he has an epiphany.
An epiphany? Well, he got piffied off. I know that. Piffied off.
Maybe the Rangers will pull that next series in. Oh, yeah, it is UFC night.
Well, who gives a rat's dick?
Yeah, because I think it's like Holly Holmes and somebody. That's
who? Is that a girl?
Yeah, she's the one that beat Ronda Rousey.
Oh.
Kicked her square in her face.
Well, if y'all knew how little of shit I got, I had no clue. I didn't know anybody paid attention to that shit. The Brock Lesnar one.
Oh, it's big, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, especially when like
watching. You got any money on it? Got any parlays on this shit tonight?
No, I don't bet UFC. That's
well, it worked. Good idea. Well, that was my last drink of just regular Coke tonight. I have spiced Coke in there, and I'm glad I didn't waste it on these non-donating. Dr. Bill Irwin, can you help us out with some money to help this kid get a phone?
Well, apparently,
I did 20. Lindley did 20. I'm asking Dr. Bill to donate. What am I doing? Sadis is trying to get a thing going. Says the only way he can donate is through YouTube. But at least he donated something tonight. Just more than we got. If everybody donated $5, we'd have enough to get the kid the phone. If everybody
in here.
Yeah. Well, look at Irwin ruining the fucking finish. I was going to watch it. Yeah. So the favorite got beat tonight. Was she a champion or something? Or
I think she was the favorite, but I think after she won the title and lost it, she didn't do a whole lot. I didn't hear her name a lot.
Oh, really? That. Oh, what's her name?
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm. What's a great name?
Yeah, she's great body, but
Bill Irwin comes in here and ruins the fucking finish. What the fuck?
Wild Bill.
Just when I was gonna order it and watch the replay
for $78.
Are you fucking me? There are people paying $80 to watch cat fights.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There are people paying $80 to watch fake ass UFC wrestling
for the high.
How do I know it? And you want to know why I know it's fake ass? Here you go.
Those punch that Brock Lesnar landed.
Well, not only that, Bobby Lashley was in it.
Oh,
Punk was in it briefly. Now it's mainly the main event ones that are worked. I understand the undercard guys. Hey, show us what you got, and then maybe you can make it to where we're going to work with you. So I'm not going to say the undercard fights are worked. As a rule, they're probably not. So when Punk got his ass whipped, that's probably for real.
Yeah.
I don't know that Bobby was in any main event world title matches that I know of. So those were probably real.
He was in a lesser league.
But Rocky Johnson, people want to know what I knew about Rocky Johnson. The Rock's father, he told me a lot of stories about how worked professional boxing was, going back to his early
boxers that said the same thing.
Yeah, and
if you know what to look for.
And there's been people in MMA that says once you get to where the titles are, that's when it becomes pro wrestling. That basically, and I guess it's a good thing pro wrestling's not that way, that they work everything.
Yeah.
Because can you imagine them trying to kill each other before they can get the title status? Which is pretty much what the MMA guys do. Yeah, they're trying to get to the worked matches. But yeah, if you ever watch Brock Lesnar win the title for the first time, just watch that shit and then tell me it's real, and I'll tell you what a fucking idiot you are. So even Cornette, who with all his body wanted to believe UFC fights was real. I'm at his house when we watched it. I've been telling him, no, you dumb fuck. This is just as big a fucking work as wrestling. They're just not good at it. That's why they're all fucked up, because they can't work. All MMA is frustrated wrestlers who can't work. And the wrestling business is full of people that ain't tough, so they're pro wrestlers. Undertaker was a frustrated MMA guy. He wanted to be an MMA guy so bad he couldn't see straight. Punk wanted to be an MMA guy so bad he couldn't see straight. And but both feel it's like musicians. Musicians want to be in the wrestling business. Wrestlers want to be musicians.
Oh yeah,
they're never happy with the field that they got that they're good in.
It's like rappers and basketball players.
I want to play keyboards for KC and the Sunshine Band. Guess what? I can't play keyboards. So there you go. But I guess. Thanks to our sponsors, Bear Nose Pizza, brand new, came aboard with us this week. Popeyes, I will be joining Popeyes for dinner tomorrow night. Maybe taking the guests with me. We haven't decided who's going to go. Main event, we're going to be returning back there good real soon. Glad to have them back. McDonald's, we had considered going there today, but Popeyes and McDonald's are right across the street from each other, and I didn't see no sense driving down there one day to go to McDonald's and the next day to go to Popeyes. And Popeyes, we put a hurting on. Normally, when they feed us over there, send us enough money to come home, feed a few people over here, it's nothing to bring home $150 for the food, including what we eat while we're there. So Popeyes treats us real good, and Popeyes says, man, we're your best sponsor. I said, well, Bear Nose is going to give you a run for your money. that bad boy pizza they got ain't too bad either. So shout out to all of our sponsors, Bear and Fish House, of course. Fish House we haven't been to in a little bit. They're a little bit of a drive for me, and I need to make a logo where the Star Maker Bolin logo is in the top corner, and we're going to throw Fish House up there. So that way we'll have them covered as well. I just didn't have time to do it tonight, and I've only been there a couple of times in the last several months anyway. But we still accept their sponsorship, and we still promote them because you never know when we're going to start rolling back every week. And, hey, remember all the free shit you got, all the free advertising. So, but Bear Nose and Popeyes are our big boys. They really take care of us. And Main Event McDonald's are smaller deals, but our big sponsors are Bear Nose and Popeyes.
McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Yeah, well, McDonald's, you know, how many times can we go eat McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I mean, we love McDonald's, but There's only so many times you can eat a couple of double quarter pounders with cheese and a large fry. You know, what do you do? But Bear Nose, oh god, that Mac Daddy pizza they got, fuck. You can just eat the toppings off from it and get stuffed.
Nice.
I'm telling you, the dogs love it because they normally get the crust when I eat a Bear Nose pizza. I might eat one piece of crust out of one slice, and then the rest of it, toppings are plenty.
Yeah.
Toppings are plenty.
Yeah,
I did that 3 nights in a row with Bear Nose with leftover pizza. Yeah, I put it. Well, their crust is very thin on their pizza too. It's not like a Pizza Hut stuffed crust. It's just a lot of fucking crust.
Yes.
Even if you eat the crust of the Bear Nose, it's not bad because there's not that much of it there.
Oh, good.
So if you're watching your carbs, Bear Nose is a good way to go. Well, Dr. Bill once again is not going to donate. All right. Well, we tried.
It's no King of the Beast.
Yeah, we did everything we could, and apparently 10 of them really thought we were leaving, so they left the room.
Yeah, I was about to say 10 people dropped quick.
Yeah, 10 people dropped anyway. So we're back here Tuesday night, 9:05 p.m. Keep an eye out for Bob Hazelwood. I mean, if he doesn't show up Tuesday, then he ain't coming back. You know, that's it. I haven't spoken to him. I think a couple of y'all have reached out to him. I think Jelly. I don't even know if he's written any of y'all back. Did you ever hear back from him yourself?
Just that first night, but I haven't heard anything since.
That was it. Yeah. Okay. No. Well, you know. Well, he'll be if he does leave, he'll be the only one I never got rid of.
Well, that's an
because everyone else that became a troll. Now, somebody was saying that he was going to show up over on that other show, high as a kite, drinking and playing video games. I said, well, he might be over there playing video games. Hey, Becky. Becky and Timmy Lee got in here quick enough to, but Timmy sponsored my main event, so I'm not even going to hold him up for helping us out with the phone because he helped me do my pay-per-view for 2 nights in a row, and I appreciate that. Now, Becky, my sex goddess, my girl I've been making love to since 1976, Becky can donate if she wants. She just gave me a kiss. Did you see it right there?
I see it.
Yeah, there it is. Just in case the rest of you didn't see it. There's Becky. Sexy Becky. Hey, still here, Punk, a lot more at, what's he saying?
At Blame.
He's drunk as a skunk.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you need to put that down and go to bed.
It's like I haven't seen people drunk as a skunk and high as a kite type in here before.
Whatever happened to the dude down in Florida that used to do that all the time?
Well, he's supposedly back working again. He's supposed to be coming back soon.
Okay.
I did speak with him briefly. He's been out of a job, but he's apparently back working now, and he says he's going to be back soon. So.
Well, all right.
Just add him to the list of shit to do, I guess. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. An hour and a half for $40. Thank you. And, so, oh boy, there's what do you do? Why is there no more wrestling bears? Because they fucking have the capability to kill people, and it's cruel to the bears. That was easy enough, wasn't it? That was easy enough. All right, till Tuesday night, 9:05 p.m. I'm Kenny, the Star Maker Bolin. I guess we'll one last time for Bob Hazelwood, wherever you are, for the coal train, the late arriving train, never on time. They should. What's that train in New York that's never on time?
I know what you're talking about, but I blanked out.
Yeah, Jason Amtrak coal train over here.
There you go.
The train wreck. Tuesday night, 9:05 p.m. We'll see you then. Until then, I'm the Star Maker, and I did say good.